Hi everyone! Today we're going to be taking a look at how to maintain health and safety standards in your supply chain with the impact of Brexit. Businesses are increasingly relying on the outsourcing of parts of their activities and processes. This will naturally have an impact on health and safety as different suppliers and contractors come into contact with businesses at different touchpoints. A supply chain is roughly split into two different relationships: suppliers of goods and materials to your business, and contractors who provide specific services and complete certain jobs for your business, but who are not employees. As the UK prepares to leave the European Union, you may find that you will start trading with suppliers and contractors from other parts of the world. The key is to make sure that these new suppliers and contractors have been through the same rigorous health and safety checks that your previous supply chain have been through. A supplier is a party that supplies goods or materials to your business. It's important to remember that they are still subject to regulations and that to maintain a safe supply chain, you may need to assess or impose health and safety requirements on your suppliers. This applies particularly if you start trading beyond the EU and need to change a component supplier. To get a better handle on the health and safety credentials of your suppliers, there are certain measures that you can look at. The first of these is management systems. These can help to signal minimum standards and help you to evaluate the ways in which your suppliers address occupational health and safety in their production and management. Examples to look out for include ISO 14001, which covers environmental management systems, and ISO 45001, the international standard for health and safety. These certifications are voluntary and indicate a dedication to managing health and safety. A code of conduct. Your supplier may have a code of conduct on how they actively manage their workplace health and safety and standards that they hold their business to. Declarations. You can draft and agree upon health and safety compliance standards in a declaration that is signed by both you and your supplier. This ensures a basic framework for the mitigation of risks and safe working practices on the part of your suppliers. Supplier self-assessments. Does your new supplier conduct rigorous health and safety self-assessments, and do they have records to show they evaluate their working practices and the steps that they take to avoid risks? Inspections and monitoring. Can you inspect your supplier's main site to establish how they manage risks? Do they have records and reports from inspections by governing bodies that you can refer to? And finally, hazardous substances. Are safety data sheets provided with any substances that they supply so that you can ensure they are safe for use in the UK and comply with UK legal requirements? Increasingly, businesses will use contractors to perform certain jobs. Both you and the contractor you use have responsibilities under health and safety law. Everyone needs to take the right precautions to reduce the risk of workplace dangers to employees and the public. If you're using new third-party contractors, here are some questions and considerations to help you satisfy the competence of the people that you're choosing to work with. First of all, define the job. What are the health and safety implications of the job? You should be able to provide potential contractors with information on the complexity of the work so that they understand what's expected. Assess the risks. Are contractors at risk of harm because of the work? What about other members of staff? What can be done to control this risk of harm? Evaluate the competence of your contractor. Depending on the nature of the work that you want the contractor to perform, it's vital to establish the competence of your chosen contractor and make sure that they are able to perform the job safely and without risk. Some questions for you to ask your contractor include: what is the health and safety record like? Has the HSE ever taken action against them? Do they plan to use subcontractors? And can they guarantee their subcontractors' competence? Do they have a written health and safety policy? Can they provide examples of their risk assessments? What health and safety training do they provide for their workers? And have they been independently assessed by a professional body? While Brexit is not likely to change your health and safety duties and legal responsibilities, it might change how far and wide you engage with suppliers and third-party contractors. Ultimately, the key is retaining your commitment to safety culture, maintaining the UK's high standards in global health and safety, and asking the right questions of any new bodies that you work with to make sure that your business, your people, and your reputation are not at any greater risk than they were before. For more information on how our industry-leading health and safety service can benefit your business, get in touch with the team today on 0345 844 1111. And if you're already a client, remember that we're available 24/7 on our advice line.